Ever said, "I'm boring," and wondered why people slowly walked away?
Or told someone, "I have 25 years," and they looked at you like you're a time-traveling alien?
English mistakes can be hilarious, and today we're counting down the top 10 that make you sound really funny.
You'll laugh, you'll learn, and you'll never say, "I didn't went again." Promise.
Welcome back to the Funny English Podcast, where we laugh while we learn.
And today, we're talking about the top 10 English mistakes that make you sound a little funny.
Sometimes it's just one word that changes the whole meaning.
Like saying, "I am boring," instead of "I am bored."
Up, unless you want people to avoid you at parties.
Let's dive into mistake number 1, and oh boy, it's a good one.
I'm boring means you make other people bored. Like seriously, you're not just being humble, you're basically telling the world, "Hey, I'm a walking yawn." Saying "I'm boring" is like calling yourself the human version of slow Wi-Fi. People start scanning the room for an escape route or pretending to get a phone call. You didn't just kill the vibe, you sent it to the shadow realm. So unless your goal is to empty the room faster than a fire drill, just say, "I'm bored," okay?
But "I'm bored" means you feel bored. Big difference. Saying "I'm bored" is totally fine. It just means you're not having fun right now. Maybe the movie's slow, maybe your Wi-Fi's down, maybe you're stuck listening to a 2-hour story about someone's cat. But at least you're not blaming yourself for being the reason others want to escape the room. Because saying "I'm boring" is like shouting, "Warning, I drain joy." Meanwhile, "I'm bored" says, "Please, someone entertain me." Big difference, my friend. One gets you sympathy, the other gets you silence.
So next time you say, "I'm boring," be ready for awkward silence. Seriously, the room goes quiet. People start sipping their drinks extra slowly, and someone suddenly remembers they left the oven on. You didn't just kill the mood, you assassinated it. Saying "I'm boring" is like walking into a party and announcing, "I'm here to end the fun." Meanwhile, your friends are looking around like, "Did they just say that?" Trust me, nothing ends a conversation faster than telling people you're boring. It's the verbal equivalent of pulling the fire alarm at a birthday party. So yeah, next time, skip the awkward silence and just say, "I'm bored." It'll save you a lot of weird stares.
Or a very short date. I mean, seriously, imagine sitting across from someone, candles lit, music playing, and they hit you with, "I'm boring." Bro, check please. That's not just a red flag, that's a whole emergency siren. The date instantly goes from dinner to disaster. The other person's brain starts buffering like, "Did they really just say that? Should I fake a phone call? Is there an exit near the restroom?" Trust me, "I'm boring" will turn your romantic evening into a solo Uber ride home. So unless you're speedrunning bad first impressions, say "I'm bored" instead. At least that's fixable with pizza or Netflix.
Mistake number 2, he do his homework. No, my friend, that sentence is screaming for help. It sounds like grammar just gave up and walked out the room. When you say he do his homework, English teachers around the world start twitching. It's not just wrong, it's painfully wrong, like nails on a chalkboard wrong. You want to say he does his homework. Why? Because when we talk about he, she, or it, we gotta use does, not do. That little S makes all the difference between sounding fluent and sounding like you're in grammar kindergarten. And let's be real, if your job interview starts with "he do work good," you're not getting the job. You're getting escorted out politely. So remember, he does, she does, it does. You do, but he does. Got it? Great. Let's save English one S at a time.
Nope, it's he does his homework. Big difference, my friend. You say he do his homework and boom, grammar police are already knocking at your door. It's like walking into an exam room with a banana instead of a pen. Bro, it's not gonna end well. He does his homework is the correct way because when you're talking about he, she, or it, the verb needs that little upgrade, the magic S, or in this case, does. Without it, your sentence sounds like it escaped from a grammar horror movie. You might as well say, he do rocket science, and we both know that ain't happening. So please repeat after me. He does his homework. Not do, not duh, not dough. This isn't a Simpsons episode. Get this one right, and your English level jumps from uh-oh to okay fluent vibes.
Do is for I, you, we, they. Simple, right? But oh boy, people still mix this up like it's a smoothie. You don't say he do unless you want your grammar to go on strike. Do is your go-to verb when you're talking about yourself or a group of people, like I do my work, you do your best, we do our chores, or they do magic. But the moment you slide into he, she, or it, boom, switch that do to does like a grammar ninja. Because if you don't, your sentence sounds like it fell out of a cartoon. Imagine saying, he do dishes. Bro, what is he? A dishwasher from another dimension? So yeah, tattoo this on your brain. I do, you do, we do, they do. But he, she, it does. No arguments, no confusion, just pure, clean grammar energy.
Does is for he, she, it. That tiny word, does, is like the VIP pass of grammar for he, she, and it. You don't say she do yoga unless you want your English teacher to faint. Does is the upgrade, the deluxe version, the Beyoncé of basic grammar. It sounds smooth, clean, and correct, like he does his job, she does the dishes, or it does make a difference. But the moment you skip the S and say he do, your sentence goes from Harvard English to caveman speak. Bro, even Google Docs will underline that faster than you can blink. So yeah, lock it in your brain like a Wi-Fi password. Does equals he, she, it. No do, no drama. Say it wrong and people will give you that "are you okay" look. Say it right and boom, instant fluent vibes. He does, she does, it does. That's the rule. Stick to it and your English will stop sounding like a broken robot.
English grammar? It's like a relationship. Complicated. You think you've got it all figured out, and boom, it throws a rule at you that makes zero sense. One day it's do, the next day it's does, and suddenly you're questioning everything you ever learned. You try to stay committed, but sometimes it just doesn't cooperate. You say one wrong word, and grammar's like, we need to talk. But hey, the more time you spend with it, the better it gets. Kinda like love, just with more rules and fewer flowers.
Oh, this one is super common. I didn't went. Bro, no, that's like wearing socks over your shoes. It just feels wrong. You already used didn't, which is the past tense, so you don't need to say went. Just say I didn't go. Simple, clean, correct. But yeah, we hear this mistake all the time. It sounds like English and past tense had an awkward breakup and you're caught in the middle. So remember, didn't plus base form, that's the rule. I didn't go, not went. Save went for when there's no did.
Ouch! That That's a grammar crime. It's I didn't go. Saying I didn't went is like putting ketchup on a chocolate cake. It just hurts everyone involved. Didn't already takes care of the past tense, so adding went is like hitting reverse and drive at the same time. Grammar literally crashes. The right way? I didn't go. That's it. Clean, simple, no drama. Trust me, your English will thank you, and so will everyone listening.
After did, use the base form. That means no went, no ate, no saw. Just go, eat, see. Simple. But for some reason, people love to double past their sentences, like I didn't saw it or she didn't went there. Bro, that's not just wrong, that's grammar sabotage. Once you've got did in the sentence, the verb goes back to its original chill version. So it's I didn't go, not went. Respect the base form or be ready for the grammar gods to roast you.
No past tense after did. Never. Ever. It's one of those golden grammar rules that people love to break, like a bad habit. You'll hear folks say, I didn't went, or he didn't ate, and the grammar part of your brain just quietly dies inside. Once you've used did, the verb needs to stay calm, base form only, no drama. So it's did go, not did went. Did eat, not did ate. Simple rule, big difference. Break it, and you're just asking for a grammar facepalm.
Unless you want your teacher to faint. Seriously, say, I didn't went in front of an English teacher and just watch their soul leave their body. They've corrected this mistake 1,000 times, and hearing it again is like stepping on Lego with bare feet, painful and unforgettable. Grammar rules aren't just there for fun. They keep your sentences from sounding like a broken robot. So unless you enjoy seeing your teachers silently cry inside, please, no past tense after did. Save their sanity and yours.
Number 4. I have 25 years. Acha bhai, are you telling your age or applying to be a time traveler? In English, we don't say I have 25 years. We say I am 25 years old. Because unless you're carrying 25 years in your backpack, you don't have them. This is one of those classic translation errors, especially from languages like Spanish or French, where they say I have X years. But in English, that just makes you sound like you came out of a sci-fi movie. So remember, it's not about ownership. It's about being that age. Say I'm 25, and your English instantly sounds 100% more natural.
Sounds like you own time. I mean, seriously, I have 25 years. Makes it sound like you're storing years in a jar somewhere. Like, are you a wizard, a time lord? What's next? I have 300 centuries? In English, we don't own age, we are it. You don't say I have tall or I have hungry, right? Same logic. So unless you've got a time machine parked outside, just say I'm 25. Trust me, it's less confusing and way more human.
English says, I am 25 years old. Not I have, not I collected, not I gathered 25 years like Pokemon cards. Just I am. Simple. In English, we use am because age is something you are, not something you possess. So when you say I have 25 years, it sounds like you're flexing your time collection, like some kind of age billionaire. But nah, we keep it chill. I am 25 years old. Or even better, I'm 25. That's how you sound natural, fluent, and not like a character from a time travel movie.
Only babies say I have 2 teeth. Adults don't say I have 25 years. Think about it. If a grown-up says I have 25 years, it sounds like they're trying to compete with toddlers showing off their new teeth. Like, bro, are you learning to walk too? That kind of sentence works when you're 2 years old and showing your gummy smile, not when you're trying to sound fluent in English. Adults say, I am 25 years old. That's the natural, correct way. So unless you're also crawling and drinking from a bottle, ditch the I have years line.
Unless you're a time traveler. Because honestly, saying I have 25 years sounds like you're collecting time like souvenirs. Are you here from the year 1800? Are you carrying decades in your pocket? In English, we don't possess years, we are our age. So unless you've got a secret portal or a flying DeLorean parked outside, stick to I am 25. Otherwise, you'll sound less fluent and more like a sci-fi character trying to blend in.
Next up, I'm agree. Bro, no. That's one of those classic mistakes that sounds like it should be right, but it's totally not. Agree isn't an adjective, it's a verb, so you don't need I'm. Saying I'm agree is like saying I'm eat or I'm sleep. It just sounds off. The correct way? Just say I agree. Clean, simple, and actually makes sense. Unless, of course, you are the physical embodiment of agreement walking around like, I'm agree, nice to meet you. But for everyone else, drop the I'm and stick to the verb.
That am sneaks in where it doesn't belong. It's like that one guest who wasn't invited to the party but shows up anyway, acting like they own the place. People say I'm agree or I'm understand, thinking it sounds smart, but grammar's just sitting in the corner facepalming. Am only works with adjectives or certain phrases, like I'm happy or I'm ready. But with verbs like agree or understand, it's just extra, like putting ketchup on cake. So yeah, if am isn't helping the sentence, show it the door.
Just say, I agree. No need for am. Seriously, it's not that deep. I agree is already a complete sentence, short, sweet, and smart. But when people throw in am and say I'm agree, it's like they're trying to sound extra formal and accidentally sounding extra wrong. It's the grammar version of wearing socks with sandals. Just don't. So yeah, no am needed. You're not describing a state of being. You're simply agreeing. Say it with confidence. I agree. Boom. Fluent, correct, and no one faints.
It's not a feeling, it's an opinion. People treat agree like it's an emotion, as if they're saying I'm hungry or I'm tired. But no bhai, it's not about your mood, it's about your thoughts. Agree is something you do, not something you feel deep in your soul. You're not out here saying I'm believe or I'm no, right? Same deal. So don't treat opinions like feelings. Just say I agree and move on with your grammatically correct, fluent sounding life.
And your opinion just got funnier. Because the moment you say, I'm agree, your serious thought turns into stand-up comedy. Like, bro, were you trying to join the conversation or auditioning for a grammar blooper reel? It's wild how one tiny word, am, can hijack your whole sentence and turn your opinion into a meme. So yeah, if you want people to actually take what you're saying seriously, lose the am and stick to I agree. Otherwise, don't be surprised if they agree by laughing first. Ha ha ha.
Oh, this one. Close the light. Bro, what are you closing? A door? A box? A bank account? Lights aren't doors. You don't close them. Saying close the light sounds like you're trying to fold it and put it in your drawer. The correct phrase is turn off the light. That's how English rolls. It might make sense if you directly translate from another language, but in English, it just makes people pause and giggle. So unless your light has hinges, do us all a favor. Turn it off. Don't close it.
What are you doing shutting it with a door? I mean, seriously, when someone says close the light, it sounds like they're about to slam a wooden door on the bulb. Like, click, boom, light is locked away forever. Lights aren't physical objects you close, unless you've got some top secret high-tech James Bond gadget. In normal English, we turn off the light. So yeah, unless your bedroom lamp has a doorknob and a lock, please don't go around closing the light. Just turn it off like a regular human.
We turn off the light, not close it. Close the light sounds like you're treating the bulb like a window. Just slide it shut and call it a day. But no, bhai, in English, lights aren't something you close. They're something you turn off. That's the phrase that makes sense. Otherwise, people will be looking around the room thinking, wait, where's the light's door?
So if you want to sound fluent, and not like you're trying to shut a sunbeam, just say, turn off the light. It'll save you confusion and a lot of laughs.
Unless you want to confuse everyone. Because the second you say, close the light, people around you start looking for a switch shaped like a door handle. It's like you've invented a new way of interacting with electricity. Someone might even ask, bro, is this a smart bulb or a magic door? Just imagine saying that in a hotel. Housekeeping would stand there wondering if you want them to shut the window, close the curtains, or trap the sunlight in a jar. So yeah, stick to turn off the light, unless your mission is to turn basic English into a full-blown puzzle.
Close is for doors. Turn off is for electronics. It's really that simple, but somehow close the light keeps sneaking into conversations like a ninja mistake. Doors? We close them. Windows? Yep, we close those too. But lights? Nope, you turn them off. Because unless your lamp comes with hinges and a doorknob, close doesn't belong anywhere near it. It's like saying fold the fan or shut the microwave sound. Makes zero sense. So remember, doors close, lights turn off, and your English instantly levels up.
Mistake 7, more better.
Double comparatives are double trouble.
Just say better.
More better is like putting ketchup on ice cream. Unnecessary.
And hilarious for the wrong reasons.
Speaking of comparatives, here's another. She's more tall.
She's taller than me.
Tall becomes taller, not more tall.
English loves shortcuts.
Unlike John's hair.
Hey!
Mistake 9. My hairs are long.
Hair is uncountable in English.
Unless you're counting each one.
Which is weird. Just say, my hair is long.
Or, I have long hair. And our final funny mistake, I very like it. Oh, this one is classic. It sounds like you're trying really hard to express excitement, but accidentally took a grammatical U-turn. In English, very doesn't go before verbs like. You can say, I really like it, or I like it very much. But I very like it just makes it sound like you're learning English from an alien rom-com. It's cute, it's funny, but also totally wrong. So next time you very want to say something nice, just say it right.
Oh boy, it should be I really like it. Because I very like it sounds like your sentence downloaded halfway and forgot to update. In English, very doesn't go before a verb. It needs a partner, like much or really, to make sense. Otherwise, it's like putting wheels on a sandwich. You can say, I really like it, or I like it very much, but I very like it? Nah, bro. That's a grammar blooper that'll have native speakers chuckling. Politely, of course. So save yourself the giggles and go with, really.
Very goes with adjectives, like very nice. That's the rule. Very is best friends with describing words like very good, very cold, or very funny. But the moment you stick it in front of a verb like, grammar starts screaming silently. It's like putting salt on a cake. Technically possible, but definitely not delicious. So don't say I very like it, say I really like it, and let your English shine without the weird flavor.
Really goes with verbs I really like. That's the combo that actually works. Really is the verb booster. It powers up your sentence like a grammar energy drink. You don't say I very like, just like you don't say I extremely swim. It doesn't roll off the tongue, it trips over it. Stick with I really like, I really enjoy, or I really want, and suddenly your English sounds natural, smooth, and totally uncringe. Trust me, your verbs will thank you.
I very like is very wrong. It's the kind of sentence that makes grammar teachers cry just a little on the inside. Very sounds like it's trying so hard to fit in, but it just doesn't belong before a verb. It's like putting sunglasses on your foot. Weird, unnecessary, and everyone's confused. You can say I really like, or I like it very much, but I very like? Nope, that's a VIP pass to the grammar blooper meal. So next time, let really do the heavy lifting and leave very with the adjectives where it belongs.
So there you have it. 10 hilarious mistakes that make English learners sound a little off.
And if you've made them, don't worry, we all have.
Just keep practicing, laughing, and listening to us.
That's right. English is a journey, not a perfect test.
John, unless it's an actual test, then good luck.
If you liked today's episode, hit that follow button.
And don't forget to share it with your more better friends.
Or your long hairs.
We'll be back next time with more funny mistakes and helpful tips.
Until then,
Keep speaking
Keep laughing.
and keep learning with the Funny English Podcast.
bye.
Bye.